Right, welcome back to Delboy's Garage. This is part 5. Kind of part 4A, maybe. I don't know. I know I should have done a decibel test last night, but I just ran out of time. I got in at 4 o'clock. It took me till 6 o'clock to make the bracket. 7, 8 o'clock, get it rendered, spliced, ready to put online. And by the time it was up online, it was 9 o'clock at night. And I'm up at 4 o'clock all this week for work. So honestly, I just ran out of time. So without further ado, I'm going to do a decibel test tonight. Now, first of all, I've got these baffles now. My brilliant mate Ian, that's Johnny Cactus Zero, he sent me the pipes. He's a brilliantly generous guy. He didn't need them, so he sent them on, and etc. etc. And he also sent me the baffles. Now I've been having to think about these throughout the day. Baffles. What am I thinking? Do I really want baffles? I don't think so. Now what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to give them a quick dB test, open, with nothing in them at all. They're just empty. They're double skinned, but they're empty. There's nothing in them. So the megaphones, they expand the sound and then they crack it back in at the end. They work quite well in that respect. But these baffles have got that choke-a-madoo thing, cheese grater thing with bob inside, garlic crusher. And without cutting that out, they're not going to be straight through. And well, I mean, wadding or no wadding, they're going to be quiet. They're probably going to be rubbish. So what I'm going to do first of all is just do a quick dB test on it as it is. I've got the old settings. It was 70 on Tacoba, 83 at 3000, and something like 95. I've got the readings over there. Something like 95 at 7000 wide open. So what I want to do now is fire it up, get it ticking over, and then see what the 3 readings are. If it's less than 109 decibels, which is what a race can on a standard sports bike kind of normally is, then I'm good to go. I'm happy with that. That'll be fine. I want an open kind of loud sound, but quite deep as well. So I'm looking for a bit of tone to it. If it sounds a bit crappy and a bit hollow and holy mother of God, that's just ridiculous, then I'm going to have to perhaps cut one of those baffles up and do something with it. But either way, stick around, stay tuned. Let's see what decibelage it's making now they're wide open. Right. Let's see what she's making on tick over. No, that's not it. That's a scooter. Right, that's this ambient sound. Let's set the measure. Set it on max hold. Tick over test. Do a 3000 rev test. Right. 96. Finally, just clear that. Now a big rev out. It's nice. 98.6. Not bad either. Right, and as you can see, that was just fucking ridiculous, spitting flames out, but it's 98 decibels, which doesn't sound a lot. I'm a little bit confused. Maybe it's because it's in a closed space. Well, I'm going to just fire Penny's Harley up and see if that's any louder. So let's stick you over here and do a test on the Harley. here's some numbers. So the OE's the original equipment exhaust. Idle was 70 decibels, and the megaphones have gone up to 84, which is a big old jump, a massive jump on tickover. 3000 it was making 83.8, or just under 84 decibels, so roughly the same. And it's gone up to 96. 7000 we were kicking 95.5. That's quite loud really, considering it's still only, even spitting flames out and making my ears ring, it's only making 98. I don't know. I don't really understand the dynamics of sound and decibelage and stuff. It's a kind of degree course. But the interesting thing is the Harley, it's making 89 on tickover as opposed to 84. And I've done several checks. It was 88 point something on the first one. I've done 3 checks on the Harley, and it's making just bang on 89 at the most on tickover in the same area. All right, it's pointing out the back of the garage and not into a space, but you're still 1 meter from it. You're still 1 meter to the side of that angle thing. So that's making 89. It's making 5 decibels more on tickover, but at 3000 the Harley's making 3 less. So I'm now completely confused. But what does make me happy is this number there. We're only making 3 more decibels wide open, and quite a lot more at 3000. So around the town it's going to be a lot louder, but when you bang it wide open down a long straight road, it's not going to be a lot louder really. There we are. There's the results. I like it. Let's have one more little listen, shall we? Right, that's enough of that. It's a bit childish, isn't it? I like the spitty flames bit. I like that a lot, but it's not right. That's got to be remapped because it's spitting flames out the back end, as you can see. And it's probably due to the fact that there's gaps here in the exhaust. It's blowing quite badly on that joint, both of them. And it's just because I haven't sealed them. It's just a dry build. But it doesn't sound too bad. It's not horrendous. It's not a horrible, echoey, hollow sound. It's a nice sound. It's crisp, it's barky, which is exactly what it should be for a Scrambler. And as you can see, the Harley's not a lot louder. I don't really know what those figures mean. I don't really know what all the decibel figures mean, but it is louder. It's considerably louder, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be. So all I've got to do now is rip the whole thing down and dry. That's the dry build complete. I've just got to rip it all off the bike, including the header pipes, scuff them up, paint them, and put it all back together. The chrome shields are going back on because it is a nice bike. I don't want it looking too rat. So once they're matte black, they'll get a nice contrast with the chrome heat shields going back on the outside. And the nice thing is the chrome heat shields cover up to about there. Where are we? Whatever. They cover about that much of the black pipe, so it will kind of blend in quite nicely. And hopefully when it's all bolted back up and I can get that joint sealed, it won't blow quite so much, if at all, hopefully, and it will be a little bit nicer sounding. So there we go. Thanks for tuning in and watching Delboy's Garage. I'm looking forward to the comments on this one. What do you think? I like it. Ride safe. See you next time.